Russian aggression is here to stay. That's what Secretary of Defense Ashton Carter had to say while giving his keynote address at an event held by the Association of the United States Army. He also said the aggression we've seen by Russia in Crimea, Ukraine, and now the Middle East is a new reality and serious challenge, along with the Islamic threat that the United States must deal with. Carter himself is no stranger to dealing with the former Soviet Union, but he urged NATO allies to toss the Cold War playbook and come up with fresh ideas for today's problems. He described how Russia goes far beyond a threat of military force using political and economic tools to, quote, undermine the sovereignty and territorial integrity of neighboring countries, unquote. He also noted that Russian airstrikes, which the White House was under the impression would only target the Islamic State, have targeted everything but, including American-backed rebels against Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, a move Carter says is a fundamental strategic mistake that will only escalate the war in Syria. I'm reminded of this moment during a presidential debate just a few short years ago.
When you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia.
Russia is a geopolitical foe. Not a,
Number one.
excuse me, it's a geopolitical foe, and Iran is the greatest national security threat we face. Russia does continue to battle us in the UN time and time again. I have clear eyes on this. I'm not going to wear rose-colored glasses when it comes to Russia or Mr. Putin, and I'm certainly not going to say to him, I'll give him more flexibility after the election. After the election, he'll get more backbone.
In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because, the Cold War has been over for 20 years.
Oh, you're so funny, Mr. President. Well, the future called, and Americans want their country back. But as funny as you may think you are, the joke's on you. Mitt Romney was right, but more importantly, you've been proven wrong, again. And you're far too incompetent to even begin to know what to do about it. Russian President Vladimir Putin is running rings around you. Just recently, he said American leadership has, quote, mush for brains, unquote. We know, Mr. Putin. We know.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and donate at theraywarnershow.com.